Hello everyone, it's your boy Volpe here, and I know my last video, I don't know how well it did, if it did well at all. All I know is that I have a new topic to talk about. So, as always, I have the two teams I'm talking about, or whatever the topic I'm talking about, NFL-wise, with the actual teams playing in the background. This time not actually playing, this time it's kind of a simulation, because it's how I stand on the issue. I don't stand on one side, I don't stand on the other. I stand in the middle, so I decided to kind of have that shown by me just simulating the game. Not like actual simulation, but I'm spectating it, more like it. Yeah, so I know a bunch of you guys already know what happened at the end of the Cleveland Browns and Pittsburgh Steelers game. But just for those who don't know, pretty much what happened was it was like 8 seconds left. Cleveland's up 21-7. They're gonna win the game. It's fourth quarter, and honestly, I don't know why Steelers didn't just knee it or something like that. They weren't gonna get a touchdown, and they kind of just did a worthless little play where they it was a little screen route. So um, I forgot the guy's first name, Mason Rudolph or something like that. Mason. So Mason Rudolph, the Steelers quarterback at that time, which last night, or tonight actually. Um, Snaps back, and Myles Garrett is rushing right at him, and he's like, "Oh crap! There goes Myles Garrett in my freaking face." Let me just chuck the ball away, kind of. Not like chuck it away, but he kind of just softly gives it off to his receiver. I don't know who the receiver was. I think he was a running back or something like that. But point is, that guy is irrelevant for the rest of the story. The guy catches it, whatever, who cares? What does matter is Myles Garrett hits him a little bit after the ball is thrown. And every time I replay it, it really doesn't seem like it's a late hit. All these people keep saying it's a late hit. I don't see it. I don't see it as a late hit at all. It looked like a pretty normal hit. Like you can't really just stop inertia just because the QB just threw the ball. You can't just, we're not robots. We don't just stop. And so the inertia kind of just, the force just kind of sent him towards him. He wrapped him up, because just hitting him outright is going to hurt him. So he wrapped him up. It's probably the safest way to tackle him. And I saw that he tried to turn his body so that Mason would land on him. That is good. That means he was trying not to hurt him. It wasn't like a mean-spirited hit. It was a normal hit. And so also another line of defense for Myles Garrett. He did not probably didn't see that the ball was thrown. His helmet was deep into the shoulder pads of Mason Rudolph. So pretty much after that, Mason gets pretty pissed off because he just got tackled after he threw the ball, even though it wasn't that far, and you're playing football, so getting tackled is going to happen, especially when you have a crappy offensive line like the Steelers' offensive line, who has been doing really bad that entire game. So maybe he was frustrated that he kept getting sacked, because I know when I keep getting sacked in Madden, I get pretty pissed off too. But I'm not trying to rip people's helmets off like Mason Rudolph did. Mason, low key. Some people are saying his hand got stuck. I don't see how his hand would get stuck. But what I saw is that Mason Rudolph started ripping at Myles Garrett's helmet and tussling around with him. Myles Garrett got kind of like pissy off of that, because that guy's, it was hurting his neck. Obviously, I could tell it was hurting his neck, because I played football before with the helmet, and getting your thing just forcibly taken off, it hurts. So pretty much after that, our boy, well, no one's my boy here. I don't care about neither one of these teams, but pretty much what happened was Myles Garrett, he's like, okay, dude, you can't be doing that. That's stupid. You can't just pull at my freaking helmet and get away with it. I'm so pissed off Myles Garrett, who's a way bigger guy. So what happens at this point, Mason has started a fight with a way bigger guy, and so Mason gets picked up by the face mask by Myles Garrett. It was hilarious. When I saw that part, I was laughing my butt off. And then the two offensive linemen that failed to do their job decided to swoop in, like, okay, dude, we're going to block you correctly for once. And so they started blocking him out the way, and everything seemed like that should have been fine. That's normally how it ends. And then Myles Garrett kind of just took Mason Rudolph's helmet in retaliation before getting pushed away. So understandably, Mason was like, okay, dude, I just tried to take your helmet and then you successfully took mine. I don't think that's a lot of equivalent exchange. And so I'm going to go start more crap. So while Myles Garrett is getting pushed away and the whole thing's being averted, everyone's like kind of about to cool down. Mason runs over and he starts talking that trash to Myles Garrett, and then Myles Garrett commits a cardinal sin. Now, do I think that Myles Garrett is 100% this is 100% defense of him and that he shouldn't be suspended at all? No, that kid should definitely be suspended, be gone. That was way too far. Like, hitting someone upside the head with a freaking helmet is not okay. This isn't freaking Mortal Kombat. So that really wasn't a good idea, and it was stupid for him to lose his cool like that. It was just a really boneheaded decision to do. But everyone seems to think the quarterback was very, very like in the right, and he wasn't. So I made this video solely just to point out that, or they're just gonna put it out there that the quarterback was Mason Rudolph, whatever that guy's name is. He was just in the wrong as freaking Myles Garrett, and honestly, I think he should be suspended as well, only because he initiated the fight. He also started pulling at Myles Garrett's helmet, could have injured him, and if he didn't do what he did, nothing would have happened. It would have been a 21-7 game. No one would be talking about it that much. It'd just be a boring old game on Thursday. But instead, we have all this drama going on over 8 seconds left in the game. Yeah, 8 seconds. I don't even know. Like, it's confusing. 8 seconds left in the freaking game. You guys can wait till afterwards, or could have done this earlier. But it seems like it was just getting heated up throughout the entire game and finally boiled over as soon as the noodles were done or something. Because 8 seconds left, dude. Really. Couldn't wait 8 seconds, Mason Rudolph, to get your frustrations out about how you got sacked in a football game. Or not really sacked, but tackled. So, really, I don't have any remorse for Mason Rudolph. Do I think he deserved to be hit? No. But am I crying or sorry? Or do I think that, oh, he got hit. Oh, what a poor baby. No, I don't care at all. He, honestly, like, what he did to provoke him, he kind of, like, should have saw that was going to come. Like, everything was about to be fine, and he decided to instigate even more by running after him behind his two linemen like a coward, and walked over to Myles Garrett, who's just sitting there chilling, getting pushed back and probably talking trash to each other, you know how football players be, and he's went up to his face, knowing full well that guy has a helmet in his hand and is pissed off and is being carried by two grown offensive linemen. So he can't, like, push you back or anything, because when you start pushing on him, and so you start pushing on him, he's defenseless. The only thing he has is a helmet in his hand, and so by human nature, he hits you upside the head with the helmet. Now, that nature is bad, and he really shouldn't have done that. That was stupid. I'm not, like, trying to condone that you should be hitting people upside the head with the freaking helmet, but I'm just saying, I don't know what Kyle Rudolph, or I can't tell what this guy's so freaking irrelevant. Point is, that freaking quarterback, thought what was going to happen for running up on a guy with a helmet in his hand when he's restricted by two people. I just don't get it. What was going through his mind? I don't know if he thought he's going to win, or he was like, oh, I got these two burly men here. I'm all safe. You're trash. You're going to win all my battles, despite that they failed you the entire game. We're not going to talk about that, though. So, yeah, just my input, my 2 cents onto the whole ordeal. It's really stupid and ignorant, and it just very classless. The entire thing. Pittsburgh Steelers should be ashamed. The Cleveland Browns should be ashamed. It was just a terrible thing that went on. And some people were scared it might turn to a racial thing, and it's possible. I just don't think it would blow up that much. I mean, it's just two idiotic football players beating each other up. It's not that serious. It's not that deep. So, I don't know. But that's pretty much it. That's all I really got to say on the issue. It's both of their faults. So my ruling, what I would rule, I'd give Myles Garrett a 6-week suspension, and I'd give Myles Rudolph, whatever that guy, the other Rudolph guy, Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer, I'll give him 4 weeks. I'll give him 4 weeks off. 4 weeks vacation for that man there. And I'd give him a less one because, of course, he didn't hit anyone upside the head with the freaking thing, but he was trying to rip Myles Garrett's helmet off, and that's really dangerous. Um, I'm not gonna. I was tempted to say it's a little bit more dangerous to be taking someone's helmet off the way he was doing, because the way he was doing, he was twisting it off and like trying to twist it. That's not okay. He's pretty much twisting the guy's neck, and that's a little bit more than getting hit by the soft side of a helmet. Like, you could tell he was fine, but that guy has a huge history with concussion, so I hope he is okay after the whole ordeal. But I don't know what he expected. It was just a dumb play, very dumb. Something that really shouldn't have happened. I didn't expect it to happen, and boy, was it interesting. I didn't expect to see a glimpse of hockey in the middle of a football game, but I did. So, two heated rivals, and I just can't. You know what? For the first time, I'm actually like can't wait for an AFC game, because I want to see what happens when Cleveland comes to Pittsburgh. Because this was in Cleveland's home, so Myles Garrett was getting cheered on for this. But if Myles Garrett somehow comes back in 2 weeks, I really doubt it. And I'd be actually really outraged if he comes back in 2 weeks. I mean, like, I know I just came this entire thing pretty much defending him, kind of, but the hitting someone upside the head with the helmet, he deserves to be out for 6 weeks. 6 weeks or a little bit more. Do I think he should be out for the rest of the year and then all of next year? No. Do I think he should be out of the NFL? No. Do I think that he should just retire? No. I don't think this should be the last thing of his career. He's been a pretty well-behaved guy, really down-to-earth guy. He just lost his cool and hit someone upside the head with a helmet, which, I mean, we gave Perfect all these different chances after he's been injuring and killing people's careers, and people were saying that Perfect isn't as bad. And to be honest, I think Perfect is way worse, because Perfect purposely was trying to harm people, purposely was trying to injure people, purposely was trying to destroy people's careers, targeting them to do so, which reminded me a little bit of the New Orleans thing. And I think New Orleans really could have used Perfect in 2000 and I forgot 12 or something. I forgot when it was when I did the little targeting thing. I think Perfect really would have been useful for that campaign. But yeah, so I see a blind rage from Myles Garrett, or a straight up thought, a predetermination that I see a person, I see a target, I'm locked in, I'm gonna injure him, I'm gonna tear his ACL, I'm gonna make sure he's never able to walk again. Yeah, I think I'd rather take the blind rage, because let's for you watching the video right now, would you rather get hit with the soft side of a helmet on the little cushion pad thing? It'd probably hurt a lot, but it wouldn't, like, it wouldn't kill you. It wouldn't hurt you too bad. Or would you rather get just straight up targeted by Montez Vert, or whatever the heck that guy's name is, Perfect, for an entire game, where he's just going after you, trying to injure you, trying to snap you, kill your Achilles, and make sure you can't walk ever again? Which one would you rather? And then tell me if he deserves to be back in the NFL after we give Perfect so many freaking chances. That's all I got to say on that issue. So, yeah, I think he does a 6 weeks is a fair sentence. It might even be a little bit too much. I mean, the guy was angry, and honestly, I wouldn't react exactly the same way. I probably wouldn't hit him upside the head with a freaking helmet, but I would be mighty pissed off. But knowing me, I'd see it's 8 seconds left in the game, and I'd probably just, be really cynical and sarcastic until he keeps getting angry at me. And be like, oh, you're just mad that you just lost to the Browns, and you're now 5-5 against the Browns. Just be stupid, say stupid stuff. But I wouldn't really be out here hitting people upside the head with a freaking helmet. But I'm just not a physical person like that, so I kind of get it when a physical person is doing it. It's just like I understand where he's coming from and why he did it. Just the act of him doing it was not good. So please don't twist my words and say that, oh, this guy here, he thinks that it was okay for him to do that. You're a terrible person. No, it's not like that. I just understand why he did it. And I like looking at all the facts. I don't like using stuff through emotions. And I like looking at the entire picture, and the entire picture was Rudolph started it. That's what happened. It was a normal old everyday hit that I've seen every day. I've seen hits worse from quarterbacks like all year. Nothing to do with freaking Rudolph. So that regular old, normal old hit, I just don't see what the big deal was for him to get all angry like that. I don't know if it was because he was frustrated from getting sacked all night or what. But I honestly, Rudolph snapped way before Garrett did, and Rudolph snapping at Garrett made Garrett snap at Rudolph, which made this entire thing happen. So I believe that if I was commissioner, I'd suspend both of them. 6 and 4 weeks. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, listening to me rant or whatever. Please like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends. And Myles, Garrett, or Rudolph, if any of you guys randomly stumble upon this video somehow, just know you're both idiots. Alright, goodbye.